What's up guys, my name's Aaron Dishner, aka Moon and Papa, and I'm coming to you live from Akihabara, aka Electric Town here in Tokyo, to talk about how all of you that already know how to grind for stats, that you can take that knowledge of gaming and learn how to stack sats in crypto. We're gonna be talking about a bunch of stuff, we're gonna go to lots of different places, so let's go. You ready to turn your gaming grinds into real world gains? So let's get started. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the video. What's up, man? How's it going? Good to see you. Let's go.
Think about those late night gaming sessions, tirelessly battling enemies and grinding for stats to level up your character. You know the dedication it takes. In the trading world, that's comparable to the time and effort needed to research markets, monitor trends, and execute trades. Just as you commit to improving your character stats, you'll need to grind in your understanding of the market to level up your trading skills.
Every gamer is familiar with the joy of cracking a pattern in a game, whether it's the movements of a boss or the solution to a puzzle. Trading, much like gaming, involves a lot of pattern recognition. Chart patterns, trend lines, technical indicators. These are your boss patterns in trading. Mastering them could help you predict market movements and make profitable trades. You know that moment in a game where you're on a complex mission and you need to follow precise instructions to succeed? That's not too different from following a trading plan. Trading involves setting clear goals, devising a strategy, and sticking to it, just like following a quest line or mission directive in a game. As gamers, you're already trained to stick to the plan, even when things get tough. In an RPG, you might have a main quest, but there are always side quests and tasks that require your attention. It's a lot like trading. Your main goal might be to grow your portfolio, but to do that, you'll need to track market trends, news events, and maybe even the social media chatter around certain assets. It's about managing and balancing these subtasks, a skill you've already honed as a gamer. Remember that boss fight where your usual tactics just didn't work? You had to adapt, switch gears, try new strategies. Trading is more similar than you realize. The market is your ever-changing boss. You might have a preferred trading strategy, but when the market conditions change, you need to adjust your approach, a skill that gamers like you are already trained in. Every gamer has experienced loss, whether it's losing health points in a battle or failing a mission. But what do? You respawn, you recover, you try again. It's the same in trading. So we've looked at lots of fun games. We've talked about a bunch of fun stuff so far and the positive side of what gamers can do that even traders that have a long track record probably can't do so well. But now we have to talk about the nitty-gritty stuff, the real stuff where gamers are going to have a really hard time being successful in the market if they don't make a couple of changes and adjustments to the trading strategy. So I'm going to talk about those here. The first distinction you have to make as a gamer coming into trading is you should look at cryptocurrency tokens and coins and projects in the same way that you video games. For instance, like Breath of the Wild series, or Tears of the Kingdom, that would be like a AAA title. That is a really established company, Nintendo, that has made that game. It's really successful, has a really nice track record. Lots of people love it, lots of people know it, lots of people buy their merch, right? So AAA games have an expectation of delivering quality content, quality gameplay, fantastic features, all that fun stuff. But then you could also explore the indie side of things using software, but like apps like Steam, where you could find games that independent developers are producing and making. But the problem is that with the independent developers, you don't really know what you're getting. Sometimes even if you download stuff, it might actually download a virus, unfortunately. There's a little bit of a trepidation that I have when I'm approaching indie games. Sometimes you find a gem, just like in crypto. So if I were to compare the title, like AAA and indie to crypto, I'd say AAA is Bitcoin. Hands down, Bitcoin has to be. But when we're looking at indie games, those are going to be like anything below the top 100 market cap. And basically what that means is we're looking at Bitcoin as being number 1, Ethereum number 2, then we have top 10 market cap. So anything below the 100 spot, consider all that stuff indie titles where you could find some gems. You really could, that are going to be super successful. And there have been plenty of indie games that have been really successful. But the truth is that not every one of those indie games is going to be worth your time. Second distinction I want to make clear between playing games and trading is that points matter a lot. In games, you accumulate points or tokens, or like in Mario, you get 100 tokens and you get or not 100 tokens, but 100 coins. See, I'm talking crypto speak, but 100 coins and you get an extra life. So yeah, the points matter in crypto in trading because the more points you make, the more capital that's actually going to be. And the problem that a lot of gamers have is they don't understand that you should treat your account, your portfolio, like they are points. That's something that actually gave me a lot of strength as a trader, because when I started looking at my score as numbers instead of as my capital, it took a lot of the burden off of my mind, because when you start using your capital and a lot more than you're used to, that's going to have a real emotional burden on you where it's going to make you feel really stressed out really fast. So when you're starting to wager and trade with the points you've accumulated, always start small. There's no need to have to scale in real big. The third distinction I want to make between gaming and trading is that in games, it's really common for you to be able to save your progress. Whether it's with a code or the game is auto-saving your progress, the beauty of auto-saving is that if you make a mistake or you decide, oh, that was the wrong move to make, I'm going to go back and load up a previous save point, you can't do that in real life. You can't do that in trading either. Once you make those decisions to enter a trade, you have to see it through, whether it goes out in a profit or in a loss. And that's something you're going to have to get used to. There are no do-overs when it comes to trading. Fourth distinction I want to make between trading and gaming is that you need to have emotional control. Long gone are the days where you smash the controller, where you break the TV, where you flip out and scream. You have to have your emotions under control when it comes to trading, because the moment that you start to be manipulated by your emotions, that is going to trigger a sequence of really, really bad events. Some of you that are longtime gamers, you know what I'm talking about. When you're fighting a boss and you just keep doing the same thing, expecting a different outcome every single time, but the reality is that you keep getting defeated, you keep taking on damage, you can't figure out how to break it. Now, there will be a breakthrough. Eventually, you're going to identify a strategy to get through that difficult boss or that difficult area or whatever the puzzle is. But the thing is, you have to keep your emotions under control. I have got stopped out. I've made good money, but I've also been stopped out. I've lost money on lots and lots of trades. It's normal. The thing you have to understand is that when you're playing a game, it's frustrating, but you can turn it off and there's no real damage to yourself. But if you're using money and you're losing money over and over, there's going to be a little bit of emotional toll if you don't have good risk to reward in your mind. If you don't have trading psychology in your mind, you don't know how to approach the market, you don't know how to handle drawdown, you don't know how to handle losses, that's going to be a very negative outcome for you as a trader. But I talk about tons of stuff like this on my channel here and also in the courses that I have at the Better Traders. The fifth distinction I want to make really clear is that trading is an endless game. It's a game that doesn't end, where you might be used to playing these role-playing games that seem to go on forever. Eventually there's going to be an end boss and the game's over. Now, your game as a trader could be over when you decide to cash out, but the reality is that crypto is a 24/7, 365 market, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't end. You can keep trading, you can keep learning, you can keep growing, and you can keep making profits. And of course, you can decide when you want to turn that game off, but it's literally an endless game that is fantastic and it's full of adventure. It's full of surprises and shocks and triumphs, victories, and also some setbacks and frustrations. But that's the beauty of trading, where it's a game that just doesn't end, and you keep learning and you keep growing, you keep accumulating profit. The last thing I want to share with you is actually a really positive thing. Be honest, how many of you that play games really wish that you could find some way to passively farm for ingredients or supplies or fight guys to earn hit points while you sleep? Well, the truth is that if you do that, especially on an online game, you're going to get banned for cheating, probably. And there are ways that you can abuse the system where you could find a cheat code or something like that, but it's temporary and it's only when you're in front of the console, right? The thing about trading that I love, something I specialize in, is automated trading, where I actually have bots running. Even right now, as you're watching this video, I have bots running and making me profit. And the beautiful thing about automated trading is that it runs 24/7, 365. So for all of you that wish you could farm for ingredients, that you didn't have to be in front of the console to earn things, that's exactly what I teach you how to do in the courses at the Better Traders, using tools like 3 Commas, Pinex, and All Trading. The best thing I can tell you to do, coming from being a gamer, a long-time gamer, going into trading, is that you need to approach trading just like the start of a new video game. I have plenty of tutorials on my channel here that's going to help you get started with automated trading, with bots, with understanding trading psychology, and helping you to understand winning trading strategies that will help you to stack sats instead of build stats for a fictional character that lives inside of your screen. The main 3 things that you've got to focus on: patience, resilience, the strategy. You have to learn how to be a patient trader if you're going to trade. You cannot expect big things. Just like when you start a brand new game, you can't expect yourself to have the best, biggest sword, the strongest weapon, the best armor, to be in the final location. It takes time. Approach your trading just like that, where you have a sequence of events leading you up there. And it's going to take patience to build that character. It's going to take patience to build that portfolio. The good news is that I've already done all of the heavy lifting for you. I already have the walkthroughs, the tutorials that teach you everything you need to know to cut to the front of the line, so that way you don't have to go through the tutorials. That way you don't have to go through the setup, the boring stuff in a game where it teaches you what this and that is. I'm gonna give you all that, plus I'm gonna give you strategies, I'm gonna give you tools, I'm gonna give you indicators, I'm gonna give you resources to help you become a better trader today. So you've gotta go to thebettertraders.com. Now, if you wanna start right now, I want you to watch, after the end of this video, I want you to watch my bot trading workshop. It's a long one, but you need to stick through it. Get a pad of paper out so that way you can take notes as you learn about what bot trading is, how to understand how bot trading works, and how it can run passively for you to make profits while you're sleeping or while you're playing video games. So until the next time, you know what to do. Stay awesome and stay in the green. Peace.